Hey y'all, this is Tamika, the face behind Heyyy HR. I had a video where someone asked me to do a video on building relationships in a remote environment. And y'all, this is something I didn't even realize was an issue. But I guess if you guys haven't been working remotely with a new team, it really can help. You definitely can build relationships in a remote environment. I've built some amazing relationships, and I just can't wait to tell you all about these relationships that I've built and I continue to build them. I mean, like, honestly, it's such an easy way to build relationships because there's no commitment to like going out and hanging out and all that stuff. But I did do a video on my first year of working remotely, and at the end of that video, I showed everyone like me meeting my team for the first time after working with everyone for over a year. That was just amazing. I mean, it totally was amazing. So now, if you guys want to know how do you build these relationships when you're working remotely, then you definitely want to keep on watching. Now, one thing that you can do, and many people may think that this is only for like team leaders or people leaders or managers, supervisors, whatever. No, it really could be anyone. You can start doing some team building exercises. And one thing that you can do is like a virtual coffee hub. Like you can say, okay, we're going to have a virtual coffee hour. Everyone can just have their coffee, sit down, and let's talk about whatever for an hour. It could be work related. It could be what's going on in the news. It could be what's going on in your family. Just take that hour of just learning your teammates. It was so amazing for me because when I first started working in a global organization, it was interesting because I had teammates who were in India and Spain and the US. I think those were our three biggest countries. And it was so interesting here us talk about like how tall someone was or what shoe size they wore. And it was even more interesting because not everyone used the same measuring unit. So then we're like, okay, hold on, let me translate this into what it would be for inches or centimeters or whatever. And so you can do a virtual coffee hour. Another thing that you can do as a team building exercise in like the remote environment is you can do a virtual bingo. You guys can all do bingo online. Like you can even do bingo if everyone already knows what these things are. Like there's so many different software that you can use. You can almost Google them up. One that I really like, I used for my year anniversary was a little game that we all played on our phones, on the computers, what have you. And so I'll put the link to my 1 year anniversary so you can see how that game went out. And I did that with everyone who attended on live, like YouTube Live, and gave away gifts and shipped it to their houses. And so you can use that as well. I've used that in my current organization. You guys can even have a virtual happy hour. Does it have to be alcohol? No, it doesn't have to be alcohol. You're just having this happy hour at the end of the day. So if you're doing a virtual coffee hour, you want to do that earlier in the day, maybe on a Monday, you can do the virtual happy hour on a Friday. And you can decide you just want to do this with one other teammate. I had a teammate, she was from Australia, but she had lived in California. She worked pretty late. Times when I work late, we jump on like a 30-minute call and just go like, how everything going for you? What are some headaches you had this week? Da, da, da. We just enjoy talking about different things. So you can kind of make some questions ahead of time. You can keep it geared to a theme. You can talk about whatever you want to do. But that's a good time to build relationships and really learn your teammates and make work a little bit easier. Now that's all team building, right? I just gave y'all some team building things. Now I'm going to tell you how you can build yourself a good relationship with anybody by building your personal and creating your personal brand in a remote environment. This is more for my extrovert. I'm going to be clear with you. Introverts, you might not like this, but who knows? You might. So just keep watching. You want to join any of your company's employee resource groups. A lot of companies have those. If your company doesn't have ERGs, then you probably want to create them. So many companies have groups of all minorities, like it may be all your African Americans, all your females, all the military, all parents, family, all of those folks in the Latin community, all of those folks in the Asian community. Listen, make that group where you guys are doing things as a team. You're working together. You may have some goals. You may meet on a regular basis. You're definitely going to bring in some allies, people who don't identify with that community, but they're in it. But definitely join some ERGs. I have been on an ERG for the last year. Now I'm a leader on our ERG team. And crazy enough, I thought that I would join the African American one. Nope, I'm in the Latin. I have no Latin lineages at all. I just felt more connected to them. I just enjoyed the events that they had. Again, if you go back and look at my 1-year anniversary, I met with not only our Latin community, which is the group that I've been working with for a year, but we also did some partnerships with our Asian ERG, and it was just so nice. So that is such a great way to like build your personal brand, build team camaraderie, find people who really understand you as a person, and it really help you develop yourself as a professional, to be honest with you. So attend in-office events. So many times we are working remotely and we never think to join in on an in-office event. If you ever get an opportunity to, do it. If there is no opportunity, talk to your leader and say, what does it look like for me to travel into the office for a week or whatever, maybe a couple days if the office isn't too far. But I live in South Carolina and our company got me all the way to Austin, Texas. If I didn't say, okay, I'm open to it, who knows? It might have never been an opportunity. But it was so great to see what the office was like, to see why folks will say they do different things in the office, to meet other people who I don't work with on a regular basis. I really even learned like who are some points of contacts I should reach out to, what are some expectations I should have of people. It was just really nice going into the office. Another thing is we underestimate the power of LinkedIn. Connect with your coworkers on LinkedIn. So many people think, oh no, I don't want to be connected with anybody from LinkedIn. Why not? You're only going to kind of surf around in there. It's absolutely okay. Guess what? You can unfriend them, block them, whatever you want if the relationship doesn't work out or you leave the organization. But connect with people on LinkedIn. You're going to find that the LinkedIn algorithm is going to send you more and more people who may work at the company you work for and the industry that you work for. So now you're building your personal brand even more by being exposed to different companies, different people, different positions, seeing what they're posting about, kind of getting information from them, look at their profiles, see how they've grown their career. It can definitely translate into you building your personal career or your personal brand, your professional brand. Now, there are some boundaries. There are some great boundaries. I'm not going to waste my time talking about boundaries because I did a video all on protecting your boundaries in the office. And so I'll definitely put that video here and I'll tag it in the description box because you want to pay attention to how to kind of protect yourself. You don't want to open up yourself, get any triggers going, hit any bad moods. You want to make sure that it works out for you. And sometimes we don't know what boundary we need to create. So that's why I did the video for you guys. Another thing is, it's absolutely okay to like build these relationships with people in a remote environment because guess what? You might decide you want to do a vacation or a long weekend and you can do it in their city. And now you got somebody you work with that can show you around. I literally just had my coworker is literally here now while I'm recording. But by the time you guys see this video, she'll be long gone. And she came in town and we just got together and had some drinks and it was just so nice not really having to talk about work, kind of just letting our hair down, relaxing, me showing her my city, me showing her how gentrification has really changed. We had talked about gentrification a lot in our ERG. She thought it was so interesting. I'm so happy she found it that way because I used to just feel like I'm almost a tourist in my city because I get there and I'm like, where all these people come from? Where'd this store come from? Why are these people in this area? And so it was just nice knowing that she can come to my city, I can go to hers and feel like all the way comfortable and not feel like I'm like traveling alone. Now, lastly, this is definitely for my HR professionals. Attend SHRM events. Attend your employment law offices events. So many different employment law offices will allow you to attend their events and you're not even their client. Definitely attend SHRM events. So many of them are online. If you're certified, then you automatically can get some recertification credits. And that will help you not only build your personal brand, but build relationships outside of the office in a remote setting. And y'all, I have really enjoyed those because honestly, I can attend more now than going in person. Before I would say, okay, I'm going to work part of the day and then I'm going into this SHRM event, this SHRM meeting. And that's the only thing I knocked out for the day. Now I can attend 2 or 3 of them in a day if my calendar allows and get multiple credits because I'm just clicking from one place to the other versus getting in my car and driving somewhere or getting dressed and all of that other stuff. So I will definitely make sure to put some videos down in the description box for you guys because I did one all on networking. I already told you guys all about boundaries. These things all play into you knowing how to work in a remote environment. And then I also did a video all on my day in the life of a talent acquisition specialist, and that was definitely me working remote. So you could see how we made it happen. We had some events that I recorded. It was a pretty good video. I won't give away all the thunder, but I will tell you that if you're struggling with saying, Tamika, I really can't build this network, I don't know how to do this, then that definitely comes as part of my career mentoring. So I have different mentoring options that are available for you guys. Over time, I think we're going to dwindle it down to one mentoring option. Right now, I'm kind of seeing what works for you all, but there's a career mentoring option that you can definitely get from HeyHR.com. And guess what? I go through and tell you different ways to build your network, to develop your career, to build your personal brand, to build your professional brand. Those are things that we cover in career mentoring. So definitely look into that option. I am so happy that you guys found time to watch this video. And for those of you who are new, I hope that you found something that can help you build your personal brand, your professional brand, your relationships, your team building in a remote environment. For those of you who are returning, I hope that you found this super duper helpful. And I cannot wait to see you all on the next video.